Hey YouTube, Maxi 2021 here, coming at you with another haul/sustained industry video. This time for September 2018. Like I mentioned in the August video, I didn't get a chance to do one of these videos last few months because a few of the volumes that I bought in the last few months I had lent out to somebody, and I didn't want to do a video without having all the stuff that I bought. So, yeah, that's pretty much why I'm doing one as late as I am. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get to the first thing I'm going to show. I don't know if I can know. So, we got volumes 12, 13, and 14 of My Hero Academia. As far as the anime goes, I'm currently in the middle of season 2. Since I'm watching it on Toonami and I was too lazy to watch it when all the previous seasons were first airing or whatever. But as far as season 3 goes, from what I've seen of like screenshots and whatnot, I think it covers up to the end of this volume, so that's pretty cool. I heard season 4 is supposed to start airing sometime in 2019. Excuse me. So that's gonna be pretty dope. Next up, we got a series that I've been reading since day one, and it also just recently got an anime adaptation announcement, like 2 weeks ago, 2 chapters ago, and its anime is supposed to be airing, and I think July 2019. I know it's going to be sometime summer 2019, but I think I remember seeing the July somewhere there on the page or whatever. I'm talking about Volume 1 of Dr. Stone. And yeah, this is definitely different from a lot of your standard shonen manga. If you want something that is really different from a lot of stuff you can find over the years or whatever, this is going to be right up your alley, especially if you're like big into science or whatever. The artist behind this series, Boichi, most people know him for his previous manga, Sun Ken Rock. At least whenever I hear anybody talk about Boichi, it's usually in the context of that series. Though the only way you can read it in official translations through Crunchyroll's manga service or whatever. So if you use Crunchyroll and you like reading manga, you can go check it out on there. He does have some of his other works released in English, but by like different publishers or whatever. As for the writer, Riichiro Inagaki, he's the main reason, well, aside from the premise, since I hadn't really read anything Boichi's done before Dr. Stone, but aside from the premise, Inagaki is one of the main reasons behind why I wanted to check this out more, because he's also the writer for one of my favorite sports manga, Shield 21, which coincidentally got me into sports manga several years ago. And one thing that I think works so well for this series is the way Yusuke Murata drew the action scenes when they were like playing the games and whatnot. And most people are more familiar with Yusuke Murata's work on the manga adaptation of One Punch Man. But we're not here to talk about One Punch Man or Shield 21. And I just wanted to draw up the connections or whatever. So maybe if you haven't read Dr. Stone yet, but you've heard of the people involved in making it and other stuff they've done and whatnot, maybe you'll go check it out. I don't know. I know Volume 3 comes out in January, like right before my birthday or whatever. That's cool. Looking forward to that. Next up, we got one of my personal top 10 favorite manga of all time. And when I found out we were getting the Kanzenban volumes for this, I was pretty excited. But, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm just going to show the volume. It's 20th Century Boys Perfect Edition Volume 1. And a lot of people say that other stuff Naoki Urasawa's done is a lot better than this one, but since it's the only manga that he's done that I've read so far, I can't really compare and contrast between this and the other stuff he's done. I mean, yeah, I'm sure Monster's, like, super fucking good, and I know a lot of people have said good things about Pluto and Billy Bat and whatnot. And I'm sure Master Keaton's pretty dang good, even though I think he just drew the art for that one. I don't exactly remember. Anyways, I'm here to talk about 20th Century Boys. I do want to do a video on this specific volume, like what I did with the Fullmetal Alchemist Full Metal Edition Volume 1, like whether or not that was worth your money. I want to do a video on whether or not this was worth your money, or if you should just stick with the single volumes. And before I do that other video on this volume, I'm just gonna say, long story short, yes, I think this is very much worth the money. Since you're getting 2 volumes in one, you're saving about $5 getting one of these as opposed to 2 of the single volumes. They updated the translation, apparently, compared to the original release, and yeah, it's just overall a better deal. But yeah, I'll talk more about this later. Almost done with this video. Next up, we got Sailor Moon Eternal Edition Volume 1. Now, I know there's like 3 or 4 different releases for Sailor Moon in Japan for the manga. I mean, and I don't know if this is the Kanzenban volume or the complete edition volume. But I do know that this is the first 2 volumes. The print size of the volume is pretty big. I mean, considering how quality this volume is, of course you're going to be getting your money's worth. Since it's about $28, plus it says definitive, this is like the best way to read Sailor Moon in current year. Unless you want to go hunting for the box sets or the single volumes or whatever. I don't know. It's up to you. Let me just do a bit of a size comparison. So, like, you can clearly see this volume is much bigger than a regular size tankobon. Or, like that. I don't fucking know. But, one thing I do like bringing up whenever Sailor Moon is a topic is how these 2 are married. Or these 2 people are married. I don't know exactly how many times it got brought up in Sailor Moon. But I do remember in like an early volume of, or like one volume of Yu Yu Hakusho, Togashi mentions how he got married. And I know in volume 1 of Hunter x Hunter, he has her draw Usagi in between 2 chapters or something towards the end of the volume, I think. So that's pretty cool. But, yeah, other stuff you get with this. I might do a should you buy video on this volume once I finish reading it, because I'm like halfway done. But it's like super shiny on the front. That's cool. The page sizes are super big. Got color pages, updated translation, or at least updated from the first release that Kodansha did back in 2011, since they picked up the license after Tokyo Pop had it back in the day. And so yeah, this is like the third time Sailor Moon's been released in English. But like, if you've got the money, then I'd say go for this release over the single volumes or the box sets, if you can find the box sets, since it's like 14 volumes. I think. I don't remember exactly how long Sailor Moon is. But, yeah, I might do a video on it. I'm not sure. And this last thing that I'm about to show, I had to jump through hoops just to order it, because I had to deal with proxy shipping. I had never done that before. I knew about it. I just didn't know what exactly to do. Didn't know if I filled out the shipping info right, since they gotta ship the stuff to a warehouse and then they ship it to your address or whatever. So it was a learning experience. But yeah, I saw something on Twitter from some artist I follow. They shared a link to a store page. Turns out that Shaft, the animation studio, has a online store page, and they were selling some stuff in collaboration with Fate Grand Order's 3rd anniversary festival, since they were Aniplex and Type Moon and Shaft or whatever. They were like selling a bunch of merchandise on different websites, and you can get a bunch of stuff on Shaft's website. Where was I going with this? Oh, right. For anybody that doesn't know who Shaft is, or stuff they've done, they're responsible for Madoka Magica, and they've done anime adaptations for the Monogatari light novel series, and Sayonara Setsubuo Sensei, all the Negima animes. I don't think they did UQ Holders anime. They also did Nisekoi. They did Hinamari Sketches anime. Go check this out. Good series. And speaking of Hidamari Sketch, the lady that does this series, the character designs for Madoka, more you know. She's also a Monster Hunter fan, so that's pretty dang cool. But anyways, so yeah, that's Shaft. You know, the ones with the head tilt meme, or whatever. But yeah, they sent the thing I ordered in this really big box. I don't know why. Maybe more protection. Whatever. I don't care. I got the thing. And yeah, so I saw this on Twitter. I'm like, okay, I need this thingy or whatever. And I got an acrylic figure of BB, Passion Lip, and Melt Lilith from Fate Extra CCC. But they're also in Fate Go, so that's cool. And since I ordered it early enough, I got a postcard with BB on it. There's some stuff on the back. But, yeah, I just wanted the first, Fate-related thing I ordered to have BB on it, and I got that. So that's cool. I mean, at least I know how to use a proxy service. But, yeah, that's about it. That's all I got in September. So, I don't know how to end this video. Thanks for watching, I guess. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna end it here.